Thanks, Nikki. Okay, so we are now on page 24 of the application guide. This is criteria number 7, environmental design. So this is the criteria where you discuss how you're going to use environmental design techniques within your project. You will answer both A and B combined or C by itself to obtain up to 7 points. So part A is here on page 24. And you're going to need to discuss how you're going to include these sustainable techniques: stormwater, water efficiency, recycling, and landscaping. Please do note here underneath landscaping, so underneath A4, you will need to discuss both how you are using drought tolerant or non-invasive plants, and also you do need to discuss inorganic fertilizers and the reduction of toxic pesticides. So that's something that folks don't always quite catch, that you need to talk about both of these. And if your project is actually not going to just utilize any of these, then you just put not going to utilize. Then for part B, which is on page 25, you will need to incorporate additional techniques. So more than what you put in criteria A. So you're going to want to incorporate 3 additional techniques. So they can be carbon sequestration, safe, reliable drinking water, but you just need to make sure that you are not duplicating techniques that you are included in part A. So 7A, 7B without duplicates. If you turn to page 26, this is 7B, I'm sorry, 7C. So 7C is an alternative where if your site is going to have CITES or LEED certification, then you will answer 7C by itself, and you do not answer 7A and 7B. So let's turn to page 60 for the technical assistance for this criterion. Okay, so the top of page 60 again just has some resources for criteria 7A. The bottom of page 60 lists a lot of really good ideas for the additional environmental design techniques that are required in 7B. On page 61 of the guide are some additional resources for greenhouse gas emission reduction and carbon sequestration. And again, that's page 61. And then the bottom of page 61 is information about that CITES or LEED certification, again, as your alternative for answering 7A and 7B. So again, if you have any questions, please use that chat feature. And now I'm going to hand it back over to Christine.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Noelle.
Let me jump in real quick. Excuse me, Christine and Noelle. We had one question about the partnership criteria, and that is this goes back to the criteria number 6, which is found on page 23. And the question is, what qualifies as a health organization? And the example that was provided by Jackie is called the Blue Zone Project, which is a organization that helps guide cities and towns on how to design their communities for health and wellness. So that's definitely a good example of a eligible type of health partnership. Also, you can partner with like your county local health department. But the key point here, I just want to reemphasize what Noelle said, is that health organization is broadly defined, okay, as a government, foundation, or community-based organization or private entity. And so you can see the definition of health organization in the back of the guide. But the key point here is it is broadly designed for you. I mean, broadly defined. Okay, thank you.